Hi, this is 105 Looks, and we are creating Wake Up Makeup. What does that mean? Makeup that's going to naturally enhance your features. Definitely focusing on the skin and using just the right amount of makeup. And this look looks great on everybody. So to get started, I am actually going to go in and work with a tinted moisturizer versus a foundation. The product that I'm using is the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer, and it has SPF 20 in it. It's a super lightweight finish, but it just glides onto the skin really nice, and it really helps to even out the skin tone. I'm using a sponge, and you'll see that I'll start in the center of the face. That's usually where we need the most of the coverage. And the reason for using a sponge is because it helps to layer and build. And now we're going to go in with a concealer. I'm also using the Laura Mercier Secret Concealer. This is really great because it's super creamy, so it won't tend to crease underneath the eyes. And I usually tend to start right in the inner corner, and then I brush down. You want to make sure that you're not just staying right underneath the eyes, because then it becomes really noticeable that you've applied concealer. So go ahead and also work your way down almost midway to the nose. You can also use your concealer on your top lid, which will almost act as a primer. So before we go on with anything on the eyes, whether it's eyeshadow or eyeliner. Now I like to say that I'm going in with a magic product, which is your highlighter. So a highlighter can do a lot for you, and it works quick and fast, and it can instantly brighten and open up the face. I'm going to be using the YSL Touche Claw. It doesn't act like a concealer, but again has light particles in it, kind of the same as what my tinted moisturizer has. You want to apply it right down by the eyes, below the chin, a little on the cupid's bow, down the center of the face, and then you want to give it just a few minutes to dry. If you went in immediately and you blended this out, the texture has a lot of slip to it. So you want to allow it to dry down to the skin, so when you do go in to blend it out, it's going to almost have more of a drier finish, and that way you get that really opaque finish that we're looking for. We can start at the chin, and the technique to this is to push the product into the skin. And then you can go in underneath the eyes. You'll notice that I'm really just staying right in the inner corner and brushing down and keeping everything over here really nice and clean, and just letting the concealer sit there. Powder is not always necessary all over the face. Powder really is necessary only where you shine. So allow your skin to not look so powdery, but have a nice finish just in the areas that you need the shine. I'm going to use the Secret Brightener by Laura Mercier. You can see that it looks really, really light and white, but it has tons of light reflectors in it and works well with all skin tones. Go into the areas that we highlighted, and then you leave the rest of your skin without powder, and that will all have a nice, natural, dewy finish. So brows are so important because they frame the face. It's not about, giving them full structure or defining them perfectly. It's just to add a little bit of depth by giving a little color and shaping them. I'm going to be using the Dior Show Brow Styler. It's a universal color, so it works well with anyone. Now, a great tip with brows is to always start in the center, right by the arch. The reason for that is most of the time, the start of the brows are pretty full, so you can leave that. But you really want to define the arch and the length. Brow pencils are very forgiving, so if you applied a little more than needed, you just go back, use the end of the pencil, and brush it out. So versus in going in on the eyes and putting on bright tone eyeshadows, we're going to reverse it and work with the cheeks and lips. The reason for this is because sometimes the more we apply in the eyes, the focus becomes just the eyes. This is an overall look that's helping to wake up your face. So I'm going to go in and I have two options. I have something that's more peachy tone and something that's more pink tone. They both work well. They're super universal. These are the Tarte long-lasting blushes. They're brand new and they come in 6 different shades. They work well with all skin tones. And again, you can see they're very, very bright, but I'll show you how to apply it so it doesn't come off like that. I think in this case, I'm going to go ahead and work with the pinker one. So you'll smile, and you want your blush to brush back. Though we tend to always see the blush go really straight up, in this case, you want to naturally define your cheeks. So start again right in the center and brush back. Okay, so now I've layered, but I want to show you what it's like to kind of mix and match your blushes. So I did start with the stronger tone blush, and I do have my more peachier color. It's key to always layer the darker color and then the light one on top. If you always add dark on top of light, you'll tend to add, the color will tend to turn a little ashy or gray. So always start with dark and then layer your mediums on top. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with a lighter color, and this can kind of play up as my highlighter blush. So instead of starting in right at the apples of the cheek, I'm actually going to start more right in the outer parts of it. This will also add a natural contour. And then I'll work my way in. You can see immediately the difference. And you can also see how instantly and brightened my face looks. So for our next step, now that we're done with skin, I'm going to start working on the eyes. Now, what I'm doing here is called tight lining. You can see that instantly on my eye on the side, it is open, it's defined, and that's all because I went in right in between the roots of my lashes versus putting liner on the lid. And now all you're going to do is just go in and almost just smudge out that liner. Again, we didn't apply it on the lid, just between the roots of the lashes. So what this is going to do, it's going to just lift a little bit of that color and smudge it out. But the key to this is to not have a very defined eyeliner look. Now we can go in with our eyeshadow. Again, most of our color is going to be at our cheeks and lips, so your shadow color should be more neutral. And neutrals are great, and they really add a lot of definition to them. Here you can see this is a variety of different neutrals that can be used on the eyes and that work really, really well with all skin tones. Now I want to start just right in the center of the eye, and my technique here is to pat down the color. And then I can take the brush and hold it up, and then I kind of push right into my crease. And as I push and let go, that helps to blend out the edges. Now curling your eyelashes is so key because it naturally gives the lashes a lift. And again, the key to this is to really open and brighten up the eyes. Now when applying mascara, I like to go in right at the roots, use a little wiggle motion, and let go, leaving the tips empty. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to coat the roots first, and then I go in using just the tip of the mascara brush, and I'll use that to lengthen. And when I'm just about done, I'll take my brush and I'll hold it right at the tips of my lashes, and I'll blink a few times. You definitely want to add mascara on the bottom. You can see I'm turning the brush down and just brushing against and along the lower lash line. So lips can be very optional. Lipstick, lip gloss, lip balm. But the key to this is to match the color as close as you can to your blush. And the reason for that is balance. So if you went in with something super neutral, then the only focus would be your cheeks. So you really want to have a balanced overall look. So really try to find a color that's going to help to complement the cheek color. There's lots of different options too. So if you are a gloss fan, you can go in using a pencil lipstick that has a gloss finish, which is what I'll go ahead and do. And what I like to do is start just in the center. Blend it out. And then I'll go in with a gloss and finish off. So I have most of my pigment pay off in the center of my lip, and the gloss is going to help to spread that, but not have it be too overpowering. Again, it's all about balance and having just the right amount on your cheeks and lips. Okay, and there you have it, your Wake Up makeup.